Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast. Today is just going to be me interviewing Paige Petersen about her favorite movies. Paige?
Hi.
Okay. So the first movie that you picked out to talk about is Spiderman Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, that's like my favorite movie of all time. I can watch that as many times as like possibly humanly possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like fine. Yeah. It's pretty good. I'm not the biggest fan of like animated.
Yeah, and that's like what a lot of people say, like, oh, I don't like it, it's animated, but I really enjoy the animation style because it actually mimics the comic books. Mm-hmm. Like, every frame of that movie you can screenshot and turn into a poster because it's so detailed, and there were so many, like, animators on it to make it that good, and they're coming out with a new one soon, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's very articulate.
Thank you.
No, I meant the movie. It's very articulate. Like, they really put a lot of effort into the...
Thank you.
Of course. Okay. Number 2, we got My Cousin Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny is a staple in my household. I watch it almost every day.
Is your family Italian?
No.
Oh, no, that's so fascinating.
That's fascinating?
Yeah, if that's like a staple.
But we are from Alabama, so, and that's where the movie takes place.
Oh,
so.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
So a guy from the big city comes down to Alabama and like he pretends to be like a lawyer. Okay. Very good. I love all the actors in it. I love the actual plot. It's just a really fun...
What is the plot?
So these two kids go to like a gas station and a robbery happens and a murder. And the cars in the robbery, the murderer's car and the two teenagers' cars are really similar. Okay. So it's basically like it's a lawyer movie. So it's basically just like trying to get them free. And it's really, really good. And the last scene of the defense is really, really, really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds very good.
Really, really, really good.
Really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Sounds it, so.
It is.
I'll have to check that out. All right. Number 3, we've got The Aggressives.
Oh, this one's really good. I completely forgot I put that there. Mm-hmm. Now I have to talk about it.
This is a documentary.
This is a documentary, and it follows a bunch of queer women and men in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, trans men.
Yeah, and it's very real, and I think it really shows a lot about that time period and where people's heads were at and like how accepting we are. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's a really well done documentary because it's filmed by somebody, I believe, in the community, so it's like you really get the entire scope of it.
Right.
And you don't see that a lot in media, like lesbians and like trans men, especially in ballroom culture. Yeah. Because they really did show that a little bit, and I think it's a fantastic movie if you want to learn about that part of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
And that history.
It's definitely a great documentary, and it's like good for you to watch it now and look back on how different it was, like not even that long ago, and how like crazy like progressed we've gotten to now. Even
looking at some of the people in the documentary, looking at them now, you can like see how much they've changed just because of how open our culture has gone with talking about certain subjects. And I just think it's really cool to see the progression. Yeah, very important watch. Okay, number 4, we have Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Yes. Okay, so I really enjoy this movie. I've seen it.
This is a French film. It's not American.
Yeah, it's foreign. It's a foreign film.
International film.
Is there a difference?
No, I was just adding on to what you were saying.
Right. No, I really enjoyed it. I watched it maybe 7 times. Not as many times as some of the other films on here, but I really enjoy. It's one of the only artsy films I really enjoy because the cinematography and like the acting, it's all very French. So I don't know, it's just like different from a lot of the movies that I watch, and I really enjoyed it when I first watched it.
Yeah, this is another lesbian film, which is really great. I don't know, it's like there's not a whole lot of dialogue in the movie, I feel.
Not at all. That's what turned me off when I first watched it, though.
Right.
Yeah, like I skipped through it, almost the entire thing, and watched it in like 30 minutes, and then like a year later I went back to it and watched it, and I was like, damn, this is like pretty good.
Yeah. No, it is really good. It's one of those movies where you don't need a lot of dialogue because just everything that's happening in it is enough to like capture like the feelings and emotions that the two women are going through.
Sure. It is a historical film,
right?
Which is a big trope in this kind of genre. Mm-hmm. So I think they did it correctly because there are a couple other historical like lesbian films that are a little like, what are you doing?
Right.
But this one I feel like did it correctly.
Yeah, I agree.
And it wrapped up really nicely, which you don't usually get.
Right. Yeah. It had a not like tragic ending, but like it was sad but not tragic, like you usually see in these types of films.
Right.
All right, number 5 we have Chef.
Chef is, I know I said Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was my favorite movie, but this movie is climbing so far on my movie. It's so good. It's, if you've ever seen The Menu, it's like that but reversed, and it's about this guy. And he has a son, and he has he's a divorcee, and he was a high-class chef, and then one day he just like doesn't want it anymore, like it just doesn't work for him. Mm-hmm. People are thinking of him too critically, and he buys a food truck, and it's basically just like a feel-good story about this dad and his kid going on this road trip together in this food truck, and I think it's a really, really beautiful film.
Right.
I don't say beautiful a lot to films, like even Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I love this film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't have any
it's really good
input, but
go watch.
I believe you.
I love it.
You. Yeah. All right, and then now we're moving on to our honorable mentions. We have number 1, The Menu.
Okay, we just mentioned The Menu. The Menu was really good. I really enjoyed it.
This is a very new film.
Mm-hmm.
Very fresh.
Yeah. My thing with The Menu was the reason it didn't make like in the top 5 list was because I feel like to me it's something you watch once and then you don't watch again. You watched it and you're good and you get the premise and you understand what's happening. But I'm good. But like Chef and like all those kind of films, like you can watch over and over again and still get the same feel-good feeling. You'll never get the shock from The Menu again. Yeah. Because I feel like it was a very shocking film.
Right.
And once you've already gone through that emotion, you can't watch it again and feel it the same way.
No, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love a movie with like lots of shock value, but if you don't watch it again, you're not gonna pick up on things that you didn't notice the first watch. Do you know what I mean? Like, cause there's like things that, okay, so you're gonna have a different view on the movie once you watch it again because you know what's gonna happen. But if you see that ending and then you rewatch it and you find like different like little Easter eggs and little like clues to what's actually going to happen, and you can pick up on that now that you know it's going to happen at the end. So I think that is always fun too.
For me, I don't think I care about the Easter eggs or the little tidbits. I think I care more about the big picture.
Yeah.
Especially because all these films are very, the ones that I like are very like theatrical or very usually feel good, have like a lot going on, but there isn't like something you have to like look for. I mean, you can look for stuff, but it's like, it's usually in front of your face.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just speaking. Yeah.
You're a film major.
I know. I'm speaking from like the film
right.
aspect that I love.
Normal person here.
You're normcore with that. Number 2, we have Vivarium.
Vivarium. I watched this with my mother once.
Oh.
And she hated it. She hated it.
I wouldn't really watch that with my mom.
It was very good. I loved it. I loved like surrealism.
Right.
When it will, I love surrealism when it comes to paintings and like films and like all that. I just think it's a very cool concept, and I loved this movie. And I haven't really watched it since like my 3rd viewing. Yeah. But I think about it a lot. It's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Can you explain the plot?
So this couple goes into this neighborhood to look for a house, and they get stuck in the neighborhood. It's like a never-ending loop. They cannot leave. Right. And basically all this just weird stuff happens. They get shipped a baby, and they have to take care of this baby. Yeah. And they get like a food shipment every week, and it's very creepy, very weird.
Yeah, and they're the only people there.
Only people there. Yeah.
In a whole neighborhood. It's a big neighborhood.
Ginormous.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
And I love like is cinematography the right word? I just love the way that they filmed a lot of the like really weird scenes.
Yeah.
Because you like really feel it. You're like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, it's one of those movies. I think there's notes of like Black Mirror in there. Definitely. It's very similar, I would say.
I definitely think there's like hints of Black Mirror in there because it's like a comment on like the suburban lifestyle and all that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So I think it's really good. I like the message too because it's like message, wrong word, but I just really like the theme.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think if you like surrealism, I think you should check out my favorite director, David Lynch. That's what he specializes in, but I feel like with Vivarium, it's a very like not as surrealism as like major surrealism films. So I feel like it, like for you, like wanting to dig into surrealism films, I highly recommend David Lynch, especially Mulholland Drive.
Okay,
my favorite.
We could talk about that one after.
Highly recommend, everyone. Okay, number 3. This is the last one. We have We've Always Lived in This Castle.
This is another film that I watched with my mother, and she hated it. Okay. And I don't know what it was about it, but I watched this movie every day for a month straight, and I loved it. I don't know what it was about it. Maybe it was the weird accent. I don't know. The weird accents, like, just, it overall was just really weird, and I had no idea what was happening until, like, 10 minutes before the movie ended. And
Can you dig into the plot, please?
Plot.
I have no idea what it's about. I've never seen it.
The plot is, it's not really linear. It's not a linear plot, so I can't really give you the entire plot without spoiling it. But it starts in a burned down house, and this woman is walking through, and we meet her sister. And it's just basically about these two sisters living in this ginormous house because their parents passed away. Okay. We don't know how their parents passed away. There are theories, there are rumors throughout town, but we don't know anything that's happening. Yeah. And it's, I don't want to call it surrealism because it's really not. It's just, it's freaky deaky. It's a freaky deaky film, and I love it. Yeah. For that reason.
I've seen like clips of this movie. I've never seen it in full. But I think it has, like, the same vibe as this one movie that I really like called Stoker. It has, like, Nicole Kidman in it and
Never seen it.
Mia something. She's got a long last name. She played Cinderella in that one
movie.
Okay. Yeah. But that movie's really good. I feel like that is a very similar vibe. But
no, I think you should watch it. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. It's on my watch list.
It was on Netflix for a while, and that's where I watched it, but I think they took it off, and I was heartbroken. Right. For, like, a day. Yeah. And then I forgot about the movie, and then I watched something else. Yeah. Very good movie. Yeah. Really liked it. Yeah. Could not stop watching.
Right. Well, that's all I have on the Google Doc. Do you have any other honorable mentions that you thought of while talking?
Not really. I mean, those are just the ones that pop into mind, and I don't... I'm not a film person, so I can't really just, like... off the cuff, but I'm pretty good with what I've said.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.